is the new normal. I think what we're seeing in a lot of industry sectors, though, is this combination of really hybrid work. There really is a big focus on return to the office. So we definitely are seeing that. I think in the height of the pandemic, we never thought we'd see return to office. We thought we were fully remote forever, but there has been a big push to get people back to the office. And I think 3-2 or 4-1 is the most common schedules we're seeing.
I mean, there are a lot of folks, it seems like a lot of industries, a lot of companies. I'm thinking the financial services industry. I'm thinking the Jamie Dimons of the world that are pushing still for 5 days a week. But they feel like the exception rather than the rule here.
I think we're not seeing as much on the 5 days a week, though. I think there is a lot to be said for human interaction, collaboration, more than you can do just on Zoom. So I do see a lot of focus on that, especially when it's very junior staff, young staff that perhaps have not developed their professional network. And that really is a plus to be in the office and just see how things get done. Also, some of the challenges with developing relationships with new clients, new customers can often be difficult if the relationship is purely video based and not really in person. So I think for me personally, the hybrid is kind of the best of all worlds. But I do think there are some CEOs, some companies in particular that are really trying for that 5 day a week work in the office. But we have seen employee expectations have significantly changed coming out of COVID.
Yeah, I have two 27-year-olds and a 25-year-old in the workforce, my offspring. And to them, coming in 5 days a week, it's not even something that's in their mindset. And I kind of feel like this generation, it's just a non-starter. Is that kind of how it seems at this point?
I think it certainly feels like that sometimes. I think that a lot of them started their career in COVID, so it's all they know.
Yep.
But I think, and some of them do have an expectation when they do come into the office, kind of what's happening that day. Is there something exciting? Is there, a happy hour? Is there a lunch? What's happening? Why do I need to be in the office? And I think it's because they haven't seen the benefits of that kind of collaboration full time. So I think that's the important message to get to all of them for sure.
When this whole thing started, I just saw no way that this economy could function efficiently with everybody working from home. Like I thought, when, for example, just in the business that I'm in, Wall Street, I couldn't imagine traders trading as efficiently and as successfully from home as they do in the office. And they've got all this computer screens and all the technical tools, but they did. And the economy did. And the global economy did just well. I mean, it's just really shocking how it really played out.
I was one of those that thought, oh, this will be in place for about 2 weeks and we'll get back to normal. I kind of shared the same opinion that it was going to be hard to really shift to being productive, efficient, and just continue on as if this was a normal. And none of us were really prepared for it, and none of us were really trained properly for it. It's different with organizations now. They're doing a lot of focused training on helping managers understand how to really manage a workforce that's not in the office, how to kind of look at social cues on video, all different kinds of training that we had never thought of putting our teams through before COVID. So certainly a lot more aids and tools to help people. But I agree with you. I don't think we all expected it would be quite so successful without any planning or training for sure.
I think one of the unintended consequences, but something that people are starting to think about now is this kind of creating a divide or exacerbating a divide between those people, we'll call them essential workers that have to be in, whether it's on a factory floor or in a fast food restaurant, and those that don't, and those that actually have the flexibility. How big of a problem is that now, and could it evolve into?
It continues to be a problem. We certainly saw it as a lot of organizations started to design their future of work programs. And this was during the height of COVID when, as you said, those essential workers had to be at work 5 days a week and everybody else was at home. And I think companies still really struggle with what kind of peer equity do we want to develop? What kind of culture do we want to develop for the organization when there's definitely in a lot of industry sectors, a lot of companies, very distinct workforces, part of the same organization. And it's very challenging to come up with policies that are viewed as equitable across the board for everyone when certain roles and even certain locations just have a bit more flexibility than others.